Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boyfriend, since '96 I'm in this game, stay in. Oh boyfriend, Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boyfriend, since '96 I'm in. Welcome to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man, Bailey, aka Mr. Go Get 'em. And we back with another episode. Told you I was coming back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today is going to be a little bit different. I actually made a post on my Facebook about this as well as Instagram, and it sure did garner quite a bit of attention. I'll read you guys some of the experts after we go ahead and watch this short video. So as you guys know from the name of the title, it is called She Says She's Wifey. Oh man. So we go through this, and I hinted on this just not too long ago that I was going to be doing this video. So way back in the day, there was a track that came out, and well, they call that song Wifey. Will you be my wifey? Right? I didn't like that song when it came out then, but I didn't like it for the reason that I knew that it was going to downplay the role of what a wife really is. Because at the end of the day, a wife should be something that is truly upheld in a major way, in a major fashion. But the moment that you make a song about things such as wifey, you then start to downplay the actual role of a wife and the role that, well, women actually play in life. And to me, I just don't like it. And well, fast forward, here we are, 2022. And they've done exactly what I said they would do. They've downplayed the role of a wife by calling her wifey. So the role of a wife is something no longer garnered as anything special. It's no longer heralded as anything of importance because they made it into a song. How many women want to be wives nowadays? Not too many. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. She says she wants to be a wife. Now the question is, what is a wife? Because today somebody have lost the true meaning of what it is to be a wife. A lot of you guys think that it means to be a wife is that you get to enjoy a great, loving, outstanding lifestyle. He gets to pay my bills, and he's going to take care of the kids, and I get to run around and say I'm a wife while I still live the single life. Nah, that's not actually what it is. See, being married is one of those traditions that regardless of how you try to take it out of the home and how you try to make it into a bad thing by calling it slavery for a woman, it is still the most beautiful thing in the world. It is still actually what makes more women happier than anything else in the world currently today. More women would prefer to be married and have children and actually have a family and build their own life than to be out here running in these streets, thotting. The term, she belongs to the streets, is at an all-time high. Why is that? See, for a minute, it was real cool to belong to the streets until you got in the streets. Then you realize the streets don't even want you. See, we tell this to thug niggas too, because these thug niggas want to run in the streets. They want to do their dirt. But you can only do it for so long before it catches up to you. And well, whether you like it or not, a man wants a woman without a past. Oh, give me a moment. Look like my camera about to die. I need to put it on a charger. So give me a moment. Go back to the intro. Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boyfriend, since '96 I'm in this game, stay in. Oh boyfriend, Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boyfriend, since '96 I'm in. Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boyfriend, since '96 I'm in this game, stay in. Oh boyfriend, Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boyfriend, I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boyfriend, since '96 I'm in. All right, I'm back. So back to what I was saying. Being a wife used to be a thing that women look forward to doing. Marriage rates have dropped significantly. Why? Well, I'm going to play it for you. So in this video that I'm about to play, it's going to give you a little bit of a playback of why marriage is what it no longer garners what it used to be.
I'm trying to say is if a woman is interested in you, buying her a drink is not going to be make or break. And if it is make or break, why would you even want to be with her? Nobody is entitled to your
Gotta give it up to Poor Man's podcast.
money.
This is for all my girlies who, like me, have a God complex and an inferiority complex. Why do I find it so hard to shoot my shot when I want somebody? Like, baby, I know what I look like. I know that I'm bringing this to the table.
Okay. So she says this is what she's bringing to the table. Now, you know, so many times in life this conversation comes up and everyone always goes, I hate the question of what do I bring to the table, but what I bring to the table is all of this, right? Do you see that? That is the this. That is the this that so many say. This, nah, not gonna do it. Okay? Not only is that an issue, but, well, as she said, the God complex. How do women end up with a God complex? Well, take a woman's phone and say, let me see your Instagram. See, what happens is every single day, there's a new simp in the inbox saying, hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. Good morning, baby. Grand rising, love. You know, the shit that niggas spout. that ain't about shit, because at the end of the day, you saying that just to get attention because you want your little soldier to stand at attention and jump deep down in the walls of her body, because you don't want nothing else. Because all she's doing is, well, she's sitting there advertising this, what she brings to the table. Not that she's a good woman, not that she's got a great head on her shoulders, but ass, titties, nothing else. So what am I supposed to do with that? See, women get mad when they say you sexualize them, but let me shut up for now. Let me go back to the video.
Now, I'm going to stop it right here for a second, because this is a huge problem in 2022. Average women thinking that they're better than average men and developing these God complexes. You have a God complex because you have on makeup, which makes you look more physically attractive. You have a God complex because you have on high-waisted jeans. And for guys that don't understand this, high-waisted jeans pushes in your stomach and pushes out your butt. That's why women are wearing them in droves. Correct. And that's why when you go to the club, when you go to the gym, that's all you see. It makes you look more aesthetically pleasing.
And she still isn't aesthetically pleasing. She has no ass. But let me shut up.
So you have makeup, you have high-waisted jeans, which makes your body look more aesthetically pleasing. Now you have unlimited validation from Sims that are willing to tell you anything so that they can get a chance at you. So with all of those three things combined, how could you expect a woman to not develop a God complex? You have an inferiority complex because you're insecure, and you know it's fake. You know what you look like when you take that makeup off. You know what you look like when you take those jeans off. Sure, you get unlimited validation from guys, but you don't care about that validation because those guys are average, and you're not average, you're a 10.
A few moments later.
I debated.
Okay, so just think about what you just saw that came out of her mouth. The things that she said is that she was amazing. Well, this is what I bring to the table.
Posting this on my main account or not because it's a little personal, but you know, I've been speaking a lot about how awful men treat women overall, and I just had this shit.
Now all of a sudden, men treat women awful overall. I want you guys to remember that. We treat you awful because that lovely, amazing, award-winning attitude that you have, you know, has everyone wanting to treat you like you are the queen of the earth.
Shittiest experience on top of like truly 10 plus shitty experiences with men since I've been single. And I had a guy that I matched with that was putting in all this effort to make a date with me, planning the time, the date, the place, telling me all these things about him and how good of a catch he is and this and that, basically being what I call a fuckboy in sheep's clothing. And because I don't think there's a problem with sleeping with someone on the first date, we did. But we also had like a nice connection, and I thought we really liked each other. And then afterwards, he kind of ghosted, kind of didn't. He came back with some saucy messages here and there, reactions to my stories, to my, you know, pretty pictures of me and stuff. And then I finally, to try to be like, what the hell is going on? I said, so when's our next date? When we gonna get together and watch Survivor or something? And he was like, whenever you want. Like, I'll hop on a train and come to you whenever you want. And I said, you know, your energy has really changed. Were you only looking for something casual?
Duh.
This whole time? And it took him 6 hours to reply, watched all my stories in the meantime, and said, hey, I had a really great time with you, but I don't see this going anywhere seriously, honestly. I wasn't looking for anything outright. Yeah, well, you could have told me that after you decided to sleep with me again. After you decided that you don't see this going anywhere serious. I don't know what has to get through men's little fucking pea brains to understand that if you're outright about it, usually we're gonna be chill with it. If he would have been honest with me from the get-go, I would have been like, sure. And now I'm crying over this man that I didn't even really like. Like, he's a mediocre white man like the rest of them. And here I am crying about him, but it's not even about him. It's about the disrespect to me. And you couldn't even do me the favor of just being upfront with me.
Whoa.
Instead, I have to sit here and think that, oh, maybe someone actually values me for more than just my body, you know? Just fucking sucks, man.
He must.
Okay. That's what I love about this shit. Now remember, she said what she brings to the table. Let's just go back. Let's just go back. Remember this? Do you remember this? This is what you said you bring to the table. Hold on.
No, I know what I look like. I know that I'm bringing this to the table.
So she said that he was supposed to actually like her because I know what I look like. This is what I bring to the table. And then all of a sudden you want a man that loves you and likes you for you. See, ladies, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Welcome to a man's world. See, in a man's world, we have to deal with reality 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. See, we don't get to come and say, this is what I bring to the table. I know what I look like. No. We got to take our asses to work. We got to work out in the gym. We have to build up our careers. We have to build up ourselves as men in order for you to even pay us this much attention. This much attention. But see, that little stank ass pose that she got right there, you know, also what I used as my thumbnail, that's what women do on a regular basis. They pose. And they poke their ass out. They perk the titties up. They look over their shoulder, aka they look back at it. And what happens? Men pay attention. Sex sells all the way around the board. You put the most beautiful men and women in movies, in commercials, in music videos. When you sell clothes, you use models on the runway. Why? Because it's sexy. I made a post on Instagram about this exact same thing. Should we go to Instagram? I think we should go to Instagram. Actually, no, I won't expose them. But what I will do is this. Let's do this. Because it's just hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious, the things that people allow themselves to come out of their mouths. See, ladies, you guys set yourselves up for failure and then you want to blame men. Unfortunately, you cannot blame men. We are just that. We are men. So if you put yourself out here as that and say, this is what I bring to the table and nothing else, and then you get used sexually, and then you find out that he really doesn't want a relationship with you, he just wants to sleep with you, is that our fault? What are you mad at me for? I gave you what you offered. You offered your body, so I took it. And I'm going to take it until you take it away. Because at the end of the day, you're not showing me that you want anything else or that you offer anything more. And you call yourself wifey. And the funny thing about it is, we have to work to get wife duties, but we have to be husbands from day one. See, we got to take you out on dates from day one. That's wife duty, husband duty. My bad. We got to protect you from day one, husband duty. We got to make sure that you are protected at all times, husband duty. We got to ask you to marry us, husband duty. We got to take out your trash, put your TVs on the wall, move all the heavy furniture and everything else. Husband duty. For you to tell us we have to earn your wifeness, but you don't have to earn what we offer as men. Please tell me how that makes sense. Oh yeah, it really doesn't. You know, even hearing it from me right now, you realize how stupid that actually sounds. What if I said, I'm not taking you out on a date? For what? You gotta earn it. Nope, not gonna protect you in this club. I know that nigga talking shit to you and he just grabbed your ass, but you're not my wife. Oh, your trash needs to be taken out? Yeah, it would be cool if I took it out for you, but I'm not your husband. Yeah, sounds real stupid, doesn't it? Sounds real stupid when you have to play on the exact same field that we play on. But you know, everything in life is equal. Same thing they always say when it comes to, it's quick. It's amazing how quickly a woman will throw in their face how independent they are until the bill comes. How independent they are till it's time to pay rent. How independent they are till it's time for the car note. Get their hair done. Get their nails done. We both make money, but you don't share yours. It's ingrained in us to share ours. We have no problem doing it. But here lately, men have been saying no, and you don't like it. That's what you bring to the table. So as I stated, and I quote, welcome to Instagram. My post says, she says, this is what I got for you. Now, after he hit, she gets mad and says, men ain't shit. Sorry, ladies, but this is what you are offering to the masses, and the masses will gladly ride the ride at the cost of a date or two. You can't say you're wifey when you aren't conducting yourselves as that. He bought what you sold. Bing bong. So someone responds, now that's contradictory and goes both ways, because y'all want women to let you take that ride, but then treat her like she ain't a lady after. How about y'all men treat her like the lady to begin with, and you will get a lady? Wow. Still don't understand what my contradiction was at, but then I hit her back with, how is it always a man's fault when what you see above is the offering? No one makes any woman put herself out there like that or allow anyone to ride the ride. The issue is, after the ride, there is nothing else offered for him to hold on to. The looks in the ride are the extent of the interaction. Can't keep a man with sex alone. And how does that go both ways? I'd love to hear it. Do you guys think she actually answered? Because I did ask a question, right? I never said it's a man's fault alone. Takes two always. I just said the comment was contradictory, because the first thing the majority of men ask women is to ride that ride. With no respect of her, no getting to know first, and no offering more, as you put it. Didn't answer the question, did she? So I gladly responded. So when a woman posts said pics, is that conducting herself as said woman you speak of? Don't expect queen treatment while living a peasant. Men are the hunters. We play the game the way you make us play. Can't complain about the outcome of the game you made. Response. Sorry, that's garbage, but some men and women have never been shown the right type of love or respect to know better or care. So instead of taking advantage of it, how about changing the narrative and showing them what it would be like to be respected the right way? Everyone has the potential for queen and king material in them. And as far as the game, we, men and women, only play if we choose, and the game can't always be changed. So now it's the man's job to teach a woman how to be a woman, but we just met you. And then let's just be real. How many men in today's society know how to actually be men? See, I've been saying this for a minute. Man, you guys need to actually stand up. Because the thing you call being a man isn't really being a man. Most women can't respect you because you give them nothing to respect. You can't lead because you're not a leader. And I understand so many of us have not been taught that way. You didn't have a father in your life. You only had your mother. And she only did the best she could do, and she wasn't there that much anyway because she had to work her ass off to raise you. Especially when, let's just be real, the majority of the mothers out here are mothering multiple children. So she's got to work that much harder in order to make it work. So it's not truly all her fault, but at the same time, it is her fault because she never went out of her way to make sure that she put another man in the child's life in order to teach the child how to be a man. So he grew up thinking that this is how I'm supposed to be a man based off of what he saw on TV and the things he learned around his other single parent household friends. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? It's a horrible thing. It has been proven. Women can't raise men just like men can't raise women. We can try to teach them, but we all know it doesn't really work that way. That is not the way God intended it. So I went to respond to her with, totally didn't answer the question because you never speak the truth, just bypass it. That within itself is the issue. Instead of being honest and speaking on the truth, we would rather glamorize and say, teach her. This isn't Pretty Woman and the fake movies. Reality is real. Don't expect king or queen treatment when you've worked and earned nothing. Real life doesn't give a damn about your feelings. It's going to teach you real lessons. Everyone wants to be rewarded with bad behavior, aka even the lovers get a trophy. Great job, everyone got a trophy. Now you're grown acting like you the shit for working for and winning nothing. It's the epitome of failure individually and as a society. The real ones to teach was the parents. And we live in a world of parents singulars, not plural. So that's the first failure. Self-accountability for one's actions because now it is a choice. How about that? Can't blame anyone for your own action, and it's a shame, and you try to make excuses for it. Now, of course, she had a response because at this point, 9 times out of 10, they're going to respond just to try to be right. No point ever proven just talking just to talk. What? Laugh out loud. You're not even speaking about what we were talking about now. But okay, thumbs up. Clearly, comprehension isn't in her level of expertise. All I was saying to begin with is men have sexualized women for years, but then demean her when she embraces her sexuality. All I stated was it was contradictory. Of course. Again, so it's men's fault. We make you wear makeup, lashes, fake hair, get BBLs, and be half-dressed. Start OnlyFans, sexy Snapchats, etc. Men make women do that, ? You women have zero choice in life at all, but to make yourself a sexual object is reality. Is that really your argument? Okay, laugh out loud. I never said any of that, nor do I do any of that. No one said you did. But let's go. Final one. Okay, well, if men aren't making women do that, then it's clear women sexualize themselves and have for years. We don't make you do anything, and that's what sexualization is. Unfortunately, it's now used as a means to be in a so-called relationship, and it's not working. I mean, as women, you do say pussy runs the world, but it's not keeping any men. Laugh out loud. Reality is a bitch. Guess what? No response to that. Wasn't expecting one. Usually doesn't happen. See, there's a thing in life called truth, and when you speak the truth, most people really don't have too much to say after that. A lot of the times, people will literally argue for the sake of argument, but they're really not saying nothing. Ladies, you're not winning, okay? Let's go to Instagram. Let's do this real quick. It sucks, but this is the world we live in. Okay? What is this and why? Okay? The more you scroll through Instagram, this is what you see. All right? Now, here's the problem with the situation. The more you see this, the more you sell this, the more you sexualize yourself. You're making this become an everyday situation. All right? I wish TikTok could be brought up because unfortunately, women have now also taken over TikTok. When you go to TikTok, there are more women on there doing very sexual dances, shaking their asses, all kind of different things, right? Let's see, is there a search? All right, so this doesn't work the exact same way that it does on the phone. I'm gonna have to hook up my iPad to this, right? What is this and why? What does this do for women as a whole? You know how many fathers are seeing this and are literally going, that's not going to be my daughter. Not as many as there should be because unfortunately a lot of fathers are no longer in their daughters' lives. And that's the sad part. There's too much trauma out here. Who are teaching these women? Aesthetically, yes, it's always going to look good. But even after a while, in the world that we live in today, men are becoming tired. This is not what we marry. It's what we play with. And well, when you go to the music, this is what we see. Every female artist out here is actually ruining the industry. BBLs are all over Instagram, all over Facebook, all over Snapchat. Please tell me, where do you see couples all over social media? You know, back in the day, being married was the thing. Having a family was the thing. Doing things as couples was the thing. But now, it is 100% half-naked sexuality. If you can't show your body, that is no longer considered as sexy. You're no longer considered a woman. You're not wifey. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as they said, would you be my wifey? Well, you know what actually happened when they did that? They tore the house down fully. And well, you got a bunch of single parents living in apartments, single mothers saying that they are living this amazing ass hanging out dream. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And this is the world that we live in today. If you want a better outcome, you've got to make some changes. And the changes need to happen rather quickly. Ladies, you do not have to use your body in order to get attention. This is your standard, average, everyday woman. You have a business called Goals Plastic Surgery. They want to take your body from looking like this to make you look like this. You can't even plan this shit. This literally shows up as a sponsored on Instagram. And you wonder why your children are getting pissed. Why your daughters aren't unhappy with their bodies. They're seeing this. At what point in time do we say it's gone too far? At what point in time do we teach our daughters to be wives and our husbands to be husbands? At what point in time do we take responsibility for this bullshit? For this bullshit. Let's take this back to where we were at.
Like, baby, I know what I look like. I know that I'm bringing this to the table.
Okay. This is what you're saying you bring to the table. Okay. This is what women are running around doing. They bring this to the table. It doesn't take long. You can scroll Instagram and any other social media site that you want all day and all night. And guess what? All you're doing is selling this. It is the same pose, the same look, the same hairstyles, the same makeup, and the same BBL ass that you say you bring to the table. But you want men to respect you and treat you as if you're a queen. We can't make this shit up, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing fake about this narrative. The narrative you created is the narrative that you are living. You want a man to treat you like a queen while you put all your shit on Front Street. All of it. See, the attention only gets you so far. And then after a while, unfortunately, well, you grow up, you become an adult, and you realize you wasted the best years of your life. Oops, I fucked up. This isn't all you have to offer. This isn't all that you bring to the table. You guys are worth much more. Whether it be God, Mother Nature, or something else, this is not the life that was intended for you. We have to learn to do better, ladies and gentlemen. We have to learn to do better. With that, I want to say thanks for tuning in to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man, Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'Em! I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next episode.